Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us right on the program. No doubt, Nigeria's ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) is in a tough time and is seeking ways to pilot its affairs through a transition and election period. Leadership headache on one hand and prosecuting an election on another hand. These are two things that are not easy at all. Not the best of times for President Buhari's political party. In the midst of all of this is a contest for the top seat of the party, and there are several names that have come up in recent weeks. One of such is Salihu Mustapha, perhaps the youngest of the lot. Salihu Mustapha was a fourth National Publicity Secretary of the Progressive Action Congress (PAC). He became a member of the ANPP and was devoted to the President Buhari ambition in 2009 when a breakaway faction of the ANPP led Muhammadu Buhari form the Congress for Progressive Change. Mustapha became the national deputy chairman of the party, held these positions until the party merged and formed the All Progressives Congress (APC). He is from Kwara State in north-central Nigeria. He contested in the 2018 Kwara State APC governorship primaries. Mr. Salihu Mustapha joins me now here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Mr. Mustapha, for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Joe.
You're just a few years before 50. And
I'm 50 already.
You're 50 already. Congratulations. And you wonder the problem of this party. When we look at it, you're probably one of the youngest of some of the big names that have come up. You're coming up against former governors, sitting senators. Are you intimidated at all in the race?
Well, I'm not intimidated, Joe, because for me, it's a call to serve. It's not a contest of title. When you believe you have something to offer, then you will not feel intimidated by any means or any form, especially when you know you have something to add to improve upon the value already gained. So I see it as a call to serve. And I'm hoping and I'm willing, if given the opportunity, to be able to make the younger generations proud.
If you look at the names of people that have cropped up, it does look like most of them are from the North Central. Tanko Almakura, Sani Musa, yourself, except for the likes of
George Akume.
Yeah, George Akume. Except for the likes of Senator Alimodu Sharif and the likes of former Governor Yari. These are people from the northeastern region of the country. So is it agreed in the party that this position has been zoned to the North Central?
Well, it has not been officially announced or pronounced, so to say. But every party will always look at a strategy of how to win the general election. And from the way things are, there is the agitation of moving the presidency to south or to the northern part of the country. So strategically, the parties will want to, strike a balance. And that is why everybody is agitating that the North Central, which in some terms they will say middle belt. By the time you are able to have somebody to be the chairman from that zone, you've virtually compensated that zone, and then you can now have vis-a-vis anywhere you decide to look at where the votes and the numbers are coming from to push the presidency and the vice presidency there.
So let me get a few issues right, and for the benefit of our viewers, who is supporting you? Who is financially speaking?
Well, you see, that is one of the things that sometimes those at the outside, when they see the way we move and the way the campaign is gaining momentum and the trajectory at which we're moving, they wonder if I have a bank open for me to fund this. No, the campaign has taken a life of its own. And because people believe in what I say and they've seen some of the issues I've canvassed for. Because you see, it is time we come back to issues and try to also present or build a party that would outlive all of us.
So nobody is backing you financially? You don't have a single funder?
Like I said, it has taken a life of its own.
Are you a candidate or an aspirant supported by the villa?
I'm an aspirant today, and I'm hoping and I'm also praying that everybody will support me and buy into this vision of mine.
Have you consulted the villa?
I'm consulting.
Have you consulted the villa?
I
know you're making consultations,
yes,
but have you consulted the villa?
It's an ongoing process.
Have you visited the villa?
That's why I'm telling you that it's an ongoing process and I'm consulting.
Do you have the blessings of President Buhari?
President Buhari is the father of all. And if I'm not mistaken, his blessings is to all.
Do you have the blessings of the like of Lai Mohammed? He's from your state. Is he supporting you?
100%.
He's with you on this. What about the governor?
The governor is 100% supporting me, and that is why he has been very fond of me.
What do you make of what we are hearing? Senator Salihu Mustapha is an anointed candidate from the villa. Tankwal Makura is going to be the consensus candidate. He's been backed by the villa. We're hearing a lot of things. You are hearing this, I'm very sure, because you are on the inside.
Well, sure. I'm hearing from you for the first time that certain aspirants have been endorsed by the villa. Naturally, everybody wants to market his or herself. And for me, as a party man, as a core party man, the most important thing is we must sit down, discuss, and look at the best available option for our party, and to also rebrand the party in such a way that the goodwill, whoever is coming on board, and the programs and the ideas and the policies and how the person is going to drive the party as a team player in the next general election matters. And that is where I am doing things differently.
So the big question is that in the scheme of things, the governors have a strong stake. The different caucuses, they have their stake.
Definitely.
And if you look at the history of the APC, the governors have dominated. Are you one person that can stand the politics of the governors when it comes to making very strong and critical decisions for the party?
So it's a very easy task, and I don't know why people sometimes mention certain quarters or personalities of the party as if they are monsters. They are not. They are very good leaders in the parties, the governors. They were also individual citizens like us before they became governors.
But if you are not one of them, we
no,
understand how difficult it is to be able to administer the party without their backing.
Listen, I can assure you, first of all, I have the blessing of most of them. One. Two, the style and manner you tend to lead matters. As a team player, I don't think I will have problem with any of the governors, because the most important thing is consultation. When you sit on the head of the table and you want to take decision for everybody without consulting, without giving them a sense of belonging, without carrying them along, that is when you start having problems with not just governors, you start having problems with every other member of the party. And politics is about inclusion. You must bring about that inclusiveness of people, give them a sense of belonging, be able to, we have different peculiarities, especially in Nigeria where we come from. So you can't say what obtains in Abia State must be what obtains in Zamfara. And you see, the beauty of it again, we have a binding document. That's the constitution of the party. Consultation doesn't mean you are weak. You consult, you carry people along, and you have what they call the terms and conditions. Political party is what we call free entry and free exit. If you don't abide or you don't feel like going by the terms and conditions that binds you, then you are free to leave.
So there was Otoge, which your party used, the popular magazine that your party used, the slogan that your party used in winning the election in Kwara State. It does look like you're bringing that attitude into the national chairmanship contest in the APC. The question is, what exactly is giving you the push to wanting to become the national chairman of the APC? What are you out to achieve? Are you the radical or you are the conservative?
Well, like I said, Sheo, my campaign and my aspiration has taken a life of its own. And I'm one of the young ones that I would say have a lot to offer because I've been in the train of this democratic experiment for some time now. I think I've learned a lot from the leaders that, the fantastic leaders that I've associated with, especially our president, President Muhammadu Buhari. There is a lot we've learned from him. I've learned a lot from other leaders who, in the course of this democratic journey, one had been privileged, like our late Prince Tony Momo, who was my immediate boss when I was the deputy national chairman. You see, it's about the style and what you intend to achieve. You see, for me...
What do you intend to achieve?
Now.
What exactly? I mean, if you have your primary goal in wanting to become chairman of the APC?
Is to make sure I lead a party that promotes internal democracy, discipline, and also to deliver on its manifestos, the dividends of democracy for the people.
So there are two questions that I would like you to answer before we close this conversation. One being the philosophy of your party. Do you understand it? Can you tell us? The party mouth that is a welfareist party. What is the philosophy of the APC?
You just said it. One, APC is a welfareist party that believes in the welfare of the common man and to also bring an equitable society.
Is it left of the center or right of the center?
It's more
political ideology.
It's more of a little bit to the left and also more of the center.
It's the left of the center,
yes.
But is your party living to that bit?
100% we are.
You don't think your party is a failure when it comes to the ideology of the left of the center?
Not at all.
Compared to the Committee of Nations, where we find political parties who are answering to those political ideologies. Do you want us to go into it?
Not at all, Shehu. You are talking more like the opposition.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you a question. I'm not judging you. I'm asking you if your party has lived up to the expectation of what the philosophy that you mouth.
We definitely have, and it's part of what we're enjoying today. You must give it to this present administration, ably led by President Muhammadu Buhari. Sometimes you don't just judge somebody based on what you see. You have to look at where we're coming from. Years before now, this country was almost compared to Venezuela. Today, there are no issues of bombings around. Today, we can say confidently, we are seeing the dividends of some of the good infrastructure being put on.
Is that a sincere statement to make, Mr. Mustapha?
100% sincere.
People are dying. As of today, there are reports of deaths. People are being kidnapped.
Listen, Shehu.
A university professor today was reported to have been kidnapped.
Let me quickly
in Kaduna State, in Zamfara State.
Let me quickly enlighten you on something.
Is that a sincere statement to make when compared to the promise that your party made to Nigerians when you talk about security in this manner?
Listen, Shehu, let me quickly enlighten you on one or two important points to note. Nobody should toy with the security of the lives and property of any nation, and we must not politicize it. I always run away from having this kind of issues to be politicized because all over the world, it's a global issue. Security matters security matters are what concerns everybody. We must not say because it is APC that is on today, so let's laugh at them and let's always pick holes in whatever they do. If it doesn't affect Mr. A, it affects Mr. B. And in one way or the other, we are all related.
So when the conversation around security is being mentioned, you say that it is politicized. So you want people to keep quiet and not talk about it. We're talking about it because people's lives are involved, people are dying. And it's because your party promised Nigerians that it's going to fix it. And that's why we are asking.
And we are.
If you are going to be the national chairman of the APC,
it's work in progress. It's work in progress.
Can't we hold you up to that statement?
Definitely. In fact, listen, it's work in progress, and we are doing our best based on the circumstances we find ourselves. And I must let you know, I want to lead a party that will first of all call its memberships to account for their stewardship even before the general public. So we are coming in, if given the opportunity, to lead the party as a party that will first of all call its members, the senators, the governors, even the presidency at that time, to say, please, sir, we promised the people X, Y, Z. Let's live up to this.
Are you able to go to the Nigerian people in this coming election to tell them that all those things that we promised you, we may not be able to have achieved it, but give us another chance? Is that how you're going to tell Nigerians?
We have achieved a lot, and we'll present our scorecard on what we have achieved.
You think that is enough for Nigerians to vote for your party?
Nigerians will decide, because the Nigerians who know what we've achieved, look at the Anchor Borrower program, look at how the farmers today are all laughing to the banks. Look at the...
Why are the figures against your party's performance?
No,
the indices are against your party's performance.
No, not at all. That is
we will not have time to list all of those. But if you get into those figures, you're perhaps not going to be happy yourself by it.
I can assure you, Sheon, when you bring out the indices on the economic side, we're doing very well.
The PDP is threatening that it will take out your party.
I don't think Nigerians will trust the confidence or will repose the confidence to PDP again to lead us.
Mr. Salihu Mustapha, I wish you the very best in this contest of wanting to become the national chairman of the APC. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, Sheon.
Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.